fish has 2 tentacles and 8 arms. It launches its 2 tentacles like harpoons and stores its prey using the suckers covering its arms. Sharks are also present. At night, the sea belongs to them. They're on the prowl to satisfy their appetite. All their prey know it, and they all lie low. Others don't bother to hide, for they are toxic and their stings are poisonous. The sharks spread fear, track down hiding places, and hound those fish that panic. This fish has hidden itself well, but it's disturbed by a lobster. Its movements attract the attention of the pack. The red fish ends up being caught. A parrotfish looks for a refuge. Will a mere crevice be enough to protect it from the relentless sharks? Parrotfish captured by the most skillful causes a frenzy. The sharks lose all their inhibitions and turn on each other. It's along the coasts of Chile and South Africa that the food chain appears in all its splendor. Cold currents trapped between the coasts and the continental shelf travel northwards where they mix with the warm waters. This cold current is rich in plankton and attracts schools of pelagic fish, such as sardines, which use it as their staple diet. Enormous shoals of sardines are formed, covering several hundred kilometers, and are driven by the cold current surging up the coasts toward the warm waters where they will breed. But they haven't got there yet. Their journey will turn into a genuine obstacle course. All the sea's predators will be converging on them, starting with the schools of jacks, whose equivalent on dry land are packs of wild dogs. Jacks are very ambitious when they're hungry. Their upper jaw contains an extra row of formidable canine teeth. They depend on their visual acuity, and so can only hunt during the day. The jacks start by forming a wall on one side, then a second wall on the other side. They channel the long ribbon of sardines, pushing the shoal to make it more compact. Then they divide it into sections. The sardines close ranks, squeezing up against each other. Finally, the jacks isolate a group, pursue it, and drive it towards the surface. Then they proceed to attack. The first of the many feeding frenzies that the sardines will suffer is beginning. sea is suddenly awash with millions of scales and pieces of flesh. These attract manta rays, which devour the particles. Then, when the jack's frenzy has died down, larger though no less voracious fish take over. The wounded or dead sardines fall through the water at a breathtaking speed, but will not have time to reach the ocean bed. Finally, black-tipped sharks, as always, gather up the remains of the work of others. When the sardines have all been devoured, the jacks regroup. They feel heavier, they digest, and it's their turn to be vulnerable as they close ranks again. They have sensed the threat of their predator, the bottlenose dolphin. The dolphin is guided by sound. It sends sound signals which hit the fish and bounce back to its lower jaw in the form of images. Once it has seen a jack that is weaker than the others, it doesn't let it go. The jacks have no other defense but to scatter. The dolphin can simultaneously snatch and swallow several fish per minute in a single movement. After 6 minutes, the bottlenose dolphin has to return to the surface to breathe. The enormous school of sardines continues its progress northwards. All the sardines are the same size and the same age. The ones at the front are better fed and can get oxygen more effectively, but they tire quickly and they're in the front line, and so more likely to be eaten by predators. And these predators, common dolphins, have come from far away, attracted by the high-frequency sounds emitted by the school of sardines. Dolphins have a very keen sense of hearing when they're hungry. Some 10,000 of them cross the dark and cold waters to pounce on 1 billion sardines. They're all there, the females with their young pressed against their belly, supervised by groups of male guardians. The oldest trail at the rear. They all have a voracious appetite. They communicate their enthusiasm and fine-tune their hunting strategy. The well-organized dolphins dive under the shoal of sardines and push it up towards the surface. All they have to do now is open their mouths and help themselves. The sardines, for their part, have a common defense strategy. pirouette in complicated figures to disconcert the attackers and ensure that they all